Right-hand side, Doug overbets the queen 10, 5 deuce. Once again, something we've been seeing often this match on the king 10, queen 10, jack 10 type boards, those 2 low cards.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense because these 2 low cards don't really interact with Daniel's defending range. Doug is going to have queen deuce off, queen 5. He's going to have 10s and queens. So the sizing allows him to value bet like a queen jack, king queen. So it makes a lot of sense now to go a little bit less than pot. And yeah, Daniel's going to have like queen 3 very often. He's going to have some flushes. Surely Doug is also going to bet some strong flushes. So Daniel is going to, because now if Doug starts 2x overbetting on the river, Daniel might not even raise his lower flushes anymore when he starts polarizing himself. So you want to give the room to, also that Daniel turns something into bluff and then still value raises his weaker flushes.
That's exactly what we've been seeing too, Ben, is that on the turn versus the overbet, we haven't actually seen, I don't think we've seen a turn check raise on the overbet in a situation like that so far this match. They're check calling with the top 2, with top and bottom, with their strong draws. So it doesn't seem like much raising is going on that overbet on the turn. Left-hand side.
Yeah, you don't really want to raise against overbets at all on flop and turns.
Left-hand side. Doug rivers him with the queen jack. The Honey Badger Bees making their way across the screen for the first time, Ben. They're coming to give Negreanu some good luck. Last time we had the Honey Badger Bees come on here, Negreanu won $400,000. So I don't know if I necessarily want to put those bees, but I am trying to give the guy a little bit of good luck. I want to see him make it a little bit close match, even though I have a bet on Doug. I want to see what these boys got here. Right-hand side, 3-bet by Daniel. Yeah, Ben's like super locked in with studying, with coaching, with teaching. So you're like at the cutting edge, I feel like, of understanding Hold'em right now. Even though you don't play heads up as much, I feel like you're still going to have a great understanding of what's taking place here. Left-hand side, we see a 4-bet, Ben. Lock in. Here we go. All in! Call! 4s versus ace-queen! Doug needs a jack! Doug needs a jack! Dan Negreanu takes it down. $85,000 pot just as the bees come along there. Come on, what's going on here? Puppy. This is never a good sign, Ben. Never a good sign when these guys come on the screen.
Doug is going to be 4-betting hand like Jack 9, Jack 10, maybe King 5 suited, an Ace 5 kind of. So with 4s, you really fold out a bunch of equity. So I really like mixing in some of these. You can't do it full frequency, but yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And you still used flipping against Ace King, Ace Queen. Doug might also be just calling 10s and 9s. So he's not going to be trying to get those in pre-flop always, like sometimes, of course. So yeah, you essentially run into jacks plus ace king, ace queen, occasionally 10s.
All in, left-hand side. Call, force. He needs a 6 or an ace. A deuce on the river, and just like that, Dan Negreanu gets it the other way. He doesn't take this one down. Pocket 7s for Doug Polk. The boys are trading blows. What was that? An $80,000 pot goes Doug Polk's way as Doug Polk gets one back.
I usually dive deeper and see, okay, what's the theory behind it and what were we supposed to do as counter strategy. And then I study it and at the same time create content, or also when I make videos. Now I was analyzing my 3 key hands against Michael Adamo, who's probably right now the toughest tournament player in the world. So I was reviewing those hands, and at the same time I was recording and going to put it on YouTube. Right. So yes, I do a lot of stuff, but I think I'm also really good in using my time effectively. I'm always saying the ones who are a little more successful are just better in managing their time and energy. I think energy management is also so highly underestimated, and I just try to always be well rested, take care of my sleep, take care of my health, work out on a regular basis. And I'm not smarter. I'm just like, an average Joe that likes to play cards, and I probably just have more energy than most of the other players that I'm competing against. It's that easy. I'm able to study smarter because I can focus better. I take care of my social media consumption, and I think it just has great benefits on your overall performance.
Well, right-hand side, Doug Polk trying to perform well with this nice overbet on the river.
I would like to see a stat of Doug's reverse aggression.
The big pot energy's brewing here. It feels something here. It feels something. Will we see a check raise or a check call from Daniel here? He is tanking down $20,000.
What was the action? Sorry, I was talking too much.
Yeah, you were fired up, man. What were the play? Yes, call pocket kings.
And now he has it. He's doing it really well.
$53,000 pot goes to the Supreme Leader's way. And guys, listen, Doug Polk is getting near fire mode right now. Doug Polk is on absolute fire. $130,000 on the right. And then Miggs with the 15-15. He says he's 15 poker hard. Amen. Shout out to Miggs, man. Blue Horseshoe coming in with the last minute $49.99. Shout out to the Horseshoe. Much love, Blue Horseshoe. Thank you guys so much for the donations. You guys are awesome, man. It's been fucking awesome doing the streams. It's been awesome hanging out with you guys. Appreciate all the support, the donations, the comments, the likes, the dislikes, the messages on Twitter and Instagram. And it means a lot to me, guys. So thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. Right-hand side, we are seeing something here. 3-bet, bet flop. Bet turn. Doug calls 43,000 in the pot, 47,000 behind. Is Daniel Negreanu end up with that dick in his hand right now with that missed club draw? We're going to find out. 47,000 behind, 43 in the pot. Is he going to ship it in here, Ben? He does. All in. And Doug snap fold. So just like that, Daniel Negreanu gets a little pot back, Ben. And goes for that red line king himself. We take what we can get, right? I mean, that's how Hellmuth got to where Hellmuth's at is by having that same type of attitude. So having that sort of like crybaby mentality, and also by having a lot of success too. But
that's what you expect from him, right? He stands for entertainment. He stands for that impulsive, unexpected behavior, ranting at opponents, going after them. So it's something that's just him, you know. And then with Daniel, he was all professional his entire career, and then suddenly becoming the new Phil Hellmuth, or at least trying. It's just something it doesn't strive me or doesn't appear to me as sincere or as authentic. It's something feels wrong. I can't explain it. It's just my opinion. Certainly, there are going to be a lot of people enjoying that.
Good question in the Twitch chat. Ask bencb how much to have Phil Hellmuth's face tatted on his shoulder for 1 year.
Sorry, what? Who's having Phil Hellmuth's face?
Ask bencb how much to have Mike Matisov's face tattooed on his shoulder for 1 year. So you have to get it removed, and you have to get it put on and wear it for a year, and then you have to go through getting it removed. How much money would that would
I mean,
take?
if it would be much tougher if it's for the rest of your life. Getting it removed?
Yeah, a couple 3-bet pots.
Is it possible with today's technology to remove it fully, or is it gonna be some leftovers, like, you know, like his left eye, or
This is a great question, Ben, and I haven't thought out this far ahead. You know what? I don't think there's a price I would do it for, but maybe. No, you know what? Maybe I think I would do it for the novelty. We got gold pots brewing. Let's think about that in a second. Right-hand side, 18.7K. Ace on the river. Improves Daniel's 1 pair of hands like Ace King, Ace Queen. Left-hand side, a 3-bet pre-flop and a bet by Daniel Negreanu. Queen 8-8, 2 clubs. Checks turn. Right-hand side, big pot size bet. He's saying he's got at least an Ace King, Ace Queen. Maybe an Ace Jack. Not sure if he'd go with that size. Left-hand side, Doug does bet. 8,200. And Daniel check calls. Right-hand side, Daniel gets it through. Left-hand side, Daniel's going to have some king queens. Going to have some club draws as well, too. Maybe an ace queen. Maybe a slow played 8.
That's an interesting card. Like, Jack 10, 10, 9 is going to be checking. And yeah, he's probably, if he has something like 6, 7, 6, 4, not blocking clubs and diamonds and spades, those hands want to be shoving on the river as bluff. And now, yeah, Duck is some traps, because Duck is probably going to be shoving like ace queen, king queen.
All in.
Yeah, that's the only sizing that makes sense. You're going to be very polarized in the spot. Like if you have queen jack, you're not value betting against 9s here or a 10. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. You're going to be checking back most of your weak queen X. Maybe he's shoving queen. No, I don't think he's shoving queen jack.
We're going to find out. Potentially Daniel probably has a queen, maybe a 10. I don't know what he could be tanking with here. He does call queen 4. Aye, Poppy. Full house for Doug Polk as he takes down a massive plot. And Doug Polk, guys, listen. I think it's clear to say that Doug Polk is officially entering fire status mode right now as he is on absolute fire. Right-hand side, we do get a call on the 4-bet. King 4 deuce.
Fight!
3 hearts. The cat jam wants a big pot, Ben. Do you know? Can you give the cat? Can you give the cat a head nod, Ben? Yeah. Okay. All right. Shout out to Landon. I'll be happy about that.
Are you more a cat or a dog person?
I like dogs, man. Dogs are great.
Yeah.
Dogs are really fun. I love dogs. I didn't used to like dogs until I started hanging out with them recently, and now I love dogs and I want to get one. Right-hand side. I don't know what's happening here. We get a 4-bet. We get a check back on the flop. Daniel leads the turn for 9,000. This is not a size that we've seen in this entire match yet. Right-hand side does get called. Rivers of 4. Doug Polk going to have some one heart type hands. Maybe ace jack 1 heart. Maybe some slow play flushes. Maybe some slow play top pairs. Is Daniel going to shove it in here, Ben? 35,000 behind.
Yeah, I think he has a lot of
All in,
natural
call
bluffs.
ace 3 versus aces. Daniel Negreanu gets a little out of line. $109,000 pot in. Doug Polk picks up the machine gun and goes. What are you thinking, Poppy? Pocket aces for Doug Polk as my man right there. Rains the fire missiles down on Dan Negreanu. What are you thinking there, Poppy? Ace 3 of clubs. Let's go to the tape, Ben. Let's see what happened there because you got to tell me, Poppy. What is this a? Okay, let's go to okay. So 4-bet, ace 3. Check, turn. He starts building it up. All right, he's telling the story. I've got that flush. Maybe I've got a pocket pair, pocket 8s, pocket 4s.
Yeah, I think this spot is actually very easy to play. Like, I like his turn bet with this hand, and then you want to be shoving on hearts on the river. Like, if Doug has queens or jacks without a heart, or king jack, king 10 pot controlled, or maybe king 5 without a heart, he's going to be folding all these hands. So you want to be bluffing this hand when the 4th heart gets there. And you want to be bluffing, let's say, if you have ace jack, you 3-bet, you call the 4-bet, you have 1 heart. You want to be blocking Doug's slow plays, like aces, ace king with 1 heart, ace king, ace and hearts, or the nut flush, like ace queen and hearts. That makes a lot of sense to slow play. You want to be blocking those. Now after Doug calls the turn, he's going to be having like queens and jacks, also with 1 heart, like as a decent bluff catcher. He's not blocking those. He's unblocking all the ace kings and aces that contain a heart. So this is a big punt in my opinion. This is never going to be profitable. Yeah.
bencb, not a fan of this play, guys. You see Doug Polk played him like that woman plays that xylophone in that deep house mix we listened to. Played him like the fiddle, pocket aces. Snaps him off on the river. No good. Ace 3 of clubs. Okay, so Mimola says, I can confirm they are super comfy. Here we go. Left-hand side. Let's wait till this hand's over. 2-3-3 board, 2 clubs. Big pot energy. I smell it, Ben. It's brewing. The 4-5 gets there. 3s are still there. Here we go.
Is it a 3-bet pot, right?
3-bet pot, Ben. Here we go. Lock in. Fire begins to billow in the headquarters in GTO. 12K from Daniel.
That looks really strong.
Doug calls. Ben, here we go. River's a 6. Backdoor trip draw. Gets there. Daniel's got a pot-sized bet. Would he shove an overpair? I don't know. Would he shove his bluffs? I don't know. Here we go, Ben. Daniel looking to get some back.
If he wants to have bluff shoves, probably like diamonds, like 9-8 diamonds, 10-9 diamonds, blocking 8s, blocking 9s, unblocking clubs. Also unblocking something like ace 10 in spades or ace 4 in spades, double floats, ace 5 spades, or hearts. So like 9-8 hearts, 10-9 hearts. Also sometimes maybe Doug is sticky with an ace 8 in spades, not believing, double floating with the ace high.
He checks it. He checks it.
Makes some sense to check with over pairs.
He checks it. Let's see what Doug's going to do. Shows down Jack 4 for Daniel. Daniel does not have the heart to follow through with a pot-sized bluff. And lets Doug Polk get the showdown. Not sure if it would have worked, but $43,000 pot goes Doug Polk's way.
I think this would have been a great shove.
You think the Jack 4 good shove there?
Yeah.
Right-hand side, another 3-bet. My Instagram follow right there. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, post a lot of stuff on my story, on my page. We're trying to put together a new Instagram strategy moving forward in terms of what I'm going to post and share on there, but my main focus is the broadcast right now we're doing here. Right-hand side, 3-bet pot. Half pot bet from Doug. They are very deep, so we got to lock in here. Daniel's going to call. Turn is an 8. Could be a big pot potentially brewing here. Let's see what happens. Poker Princess with the $4.99 donation. Shout out to Poker Princess. Where is the party at this weekend? My flight lands at noon tomorrow. The Poker Princess, the queen of poker OnlyFans in the chat, wants to party in Vegas. Hit her up, guys. Right-hand side, 2/3 from Doug. Does Daniel have an 8? We're going to find out. He does call. River's a 5. So Daniel's going to have straight draws. Going to have some 8s, some 5s, some ace highs on the turn. Doug going to have some overpairs, some Doug Polk dog. But he does check it. 35,000 in the middle. Daniel might need to bluff some of his hands. 7-9, Jack 9. He checks back 9-10. Doug Polk tries to get the showdown with that 5-6. No good for him. $35,000 pot.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks once again.
Good night.
bencb
If
coming in
you're
the
in Europe,
house. He'll be back soon.
Have a good day to the ones in America, and then see you hopefully soon. Bye-bye.
Right. See you, Ben. I've been playing a lot of poker, and that sort of sends you down these holes where you sometimes play too long. You maybe miss a meal. You miss a workout. You don't talk to anybody for 5-6 hours. So this week, not necessarily been as inline or GTO as I've liked them to be, but that's always the challenge is when you're doing a lot of work, be able to maintain healthy habits with your life and with your relationships and staying balanced. Left-hand side, check raise by Daniel, gets called pretty quickly by Doug, turns in 9. Here we go, big pot energy brewing. Big pot energy brewing, 9-8-6-4. Daniel, check raises the flop, turns in 9. If he has 2 pair, he's not loving it right now. But he does bet big, 15.8K, putting a lot of pressure on the supreme leader, Doug Polk. See what Doug decides to do. If he's got an overpair, he's not going anywhere. He does call. River's a jack. 46,000 in the pot. I expect Daniel to ship it in here. Bill Perkins' yacht comes on by. He expects to all in as well. Daniel has not been bluffing in these spots so far. If he bets here, we have to think he has it. What could he be bluffing here with? Maybe he does check it. Aye, Poppy. Maybe he's got 8-6. Maybe 8-6. Maybe a 9. Maybe he had like 9-7. See what Doug decides to do. If he has an overpair, I expect him to ship it in. Big pots, 8-6, 8-6, or 7-9. Here we go. Okay, hey, not quite the 8-6 I expected there. Okay. My approach for my podcast coming up is going to be poker. A lot of poker players, right-hand side 4-bet, but a lot of people I find really interesting outside of poker too, especially on Twitter, because that's where a lot of my engagement is and the people I talk to are. Right-hand side, big, very deep pot, guys. So we got to pay attention to this. Lock in, 21,000 in the middle. That lock noise fired up. Not to be confused with lock it up, but lock in. Daniel's going to bet small, 5,300. Let's see if Doug maybe goes after him this time. $81,000 behind. Big pot potentially brewing. Doug Polk check calls. Turn is a 10. Rob pushes. Shout out Manayeo, please. Shout out to Rob. What's happening, Rob? What's going on? Right-hand side, 32,000 in the middle. 76,000 behind. Doug Polk could have a very strong hand, like a pocket kings, pocket aces. Wouldn't necessarily always 5-bet those hands. Daniel bets small on the turn. 9,700. Here we go. If Doug has flush draws, he's not going anywhere. If he has a slip it over pair, he's not going anywhere. He does check call. River's a 10. May have been a bad card if somebody had a 7. A hand like Jack 10. Maybe made a backdoor full house. 51,000 in the middle. I don't think Daniel's going to bet here. And he does check it. Ace queen for Doug Polk. Daniel does not follow through with his bluff on the river. Doug Polk may be saved by that river with the ace queen. 2-pair ace kicker. Daniel Negreanu could not beat it. Here his team comes to celebrate. Okay, that kind of works. You blow him up with it. I mean, okay, we can go with that one. Daniel Negreanu's celebration graphic. It's blown up by the missile. No celebrating today, guys. I'll tell you that right now. Right-hand side, overbet. Left-hand side, another 3-bet. Daniel calls a 3-bet on the left-hand side. Queen 9-7. Doug with the insta-bet. Speed Racer, the Minuteman. Dale Earnhardt Jr. The Intimidator, Doug Polk. Coming out firing. Daniel's going to call. Turns a 5. Queen 9-7-5. 3 hearts. Doug bets small. Nicole S. What did Nicole S ask me? She said, am I going to crash with her if she wins the thing? Yeah, mami. What does Nicole say? What did this girl say? Is she trying to pick me up in my own fucking live stream? What's happening here, guys? Left-hand side. $11,800 bet from Doug. See what Daniel does. If he's got a flush, he's going to be jamming it in here. Doug Polk, truck driver. Looking to back up that truck. If the Daniel has a queen or a 9, I don't expect him to fold. But he is in the tank, so it's not looking good. He does call. He does call with the 9. There we go. Jack 9 for Daniel. Mr. Folder makes the call. Takes down the $41,000 pot for Daniel. And you know what, man? Just because it's been a bad day for you, brother, I'm gonna bring your team here. Sorry, buddy. You can't get the full celebration today. Everyone says fuck Robinhood. Yeah, Robinhood had a bad day yesterday. And I was thinking more about the Robinhood thing, because Robinhood basically, if you guys didn't follow that, they basically shut down trading of certain stocks. I think it was early on in the day, and they just got so much pushback, so much heat. It's said that one of the big hedge funds that's associated with what's happening with this GameStop stock also is either some sort of owner, investor, has a relationship with Robinhood. So people are absolutely furious. Left-hand side, big check raise, lock in. Do 6-3, 2 clubs. Here we go, guys. 39,000 in the middle. Not a very good turn card for Daniel. Ace of hearts. If Daniel had a check raise, maybe like a pair plus flush draw, 6 plus 6, 6, 6, 10 of clubs, maybe something like that. I don't know if he would do that. Pocket kings, not looking good. 39.8K in the middle. Checks it over to Doug. Doug checks back. River's a deuce. Let's see if Daniel decides to exercise his right to go all in. Here we go. 40K in the middle. 65,000 behind. Dan Negreanu loading up. Will he fire? We've not seen him fire up until this point in these kind of big spots. Very passive. And he does bet 2/3. Smells like a bluff to me. Let's see if Doug Polk can sniff it out. What could he have here, guys? Ace 10 maybe? Ace 4. Ace 3. Maybe 4-5. Slow played 4-5. Doesn't smell like it. Let's see if Doug Polk. I think Doug Polk's going to get there as well. Here we go. $26,000 bet. Doug Polk's in the take. Danny Negreanu check raises the flop. He does call Ace 9. That makes sense. Okay. Beautiful hand for Danny Negreanu. $93,000 pot goes his way. That hand makes a lot of sense. Check raises the nut flush draw. 4-bet left-hand side. Lock in, boys. Very deep stacked. You got to go with it, Daniel. You can't lay it down here, buddy. You got to get in there. You got to get in there, Daniel. Come on. Come on, baby. He does call. Here we go, guys. Ace deuce 7. Not the best board. Daniel going to have some ace jacks, some ace 10s. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Ace deuce 7. What you going to do, Doug? Doug bets 8,000 into 24,000. Does Daniel have a 7 to continue with? Does he have an ace to continue with? Maybe he flopped a set of deuces. Maybe he flopped a set of 7s. Uh-oh, we might see something brewing here, boys. He does call. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This could be a pot where Daniel Negreanu gets up for the match in one of the most inexplicable comebacks of a session we've seen so far. He does check call. 40,000 in the pot. 100,000 behind. Big pot energies brewing. Deep breaths. Doug bets again. Here we go. 27,000. Daniel folds really quickly. Doug Polk takes down the pot. The Supreme leader backs up the Supreme trunk, looking to lock it up here. Nikki Sachs 33 says, cannot tell if this stream is for the fans or for Joey. Thank you, Nikki Sachs. The stream is for a combination of things. Listen, buddy. All right, let me talk to you, Nikki. Right. We've been here for 3 to 4 hours for the past 3 months, right? I show up Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 3 to 4 hours. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? Except coronavirus that day. I missed 1 day of coronavirus, right? When I come on here, I'm going to do my thing, okay? I'm going to talk about life. I'm going to talk about love. I'm going to talk about hope, heart, soul, wisdom. I'm going to talk about Dan Negreanu, Doug Polk, you guys, poker, my poker, your poker, their poker, everyone's poker. I'm going to come here, I stream. I don't know what's going to come out, buddy, but sometimes we're going to talk about things related to myself, and then sometimes we're not. Balance as everything else should be. Left-hand side, lock in. 3-bet pot. Doug's going to bet the turn. 8,200. Oh, Nikki was saying you can have fun with the graphics. Definitely can tell. Yeah, I see your point too. You're right. I took it the wrong way. He was like, can't help the stream. What are you talking about? Left-hand side. Here we go. Check call. River's a 10. Here we go. Backdoor flush gets there. Trip 10s is there. Daniel checks it. 28,000 in the middle. Doug, 19,000. Here we go. Doug Polk says he might has an overpair. Maybe has a 10. Could have that backdoor flush. Dane Negreanu left with potentially.
With my fucking sausage.
He does call 710 for Doug Polk. $67,000 pot.
All I got is just a fucking dick in my hand.
Goes Doug Polk's way as he makes that backdoor full house. Dan Negreanu does indeed call. Right hand side, another 3-bet. Jack deuce 4 rainbow. Doug's intuition bet. Aye, the rocket getting fired out there out of nowhere. And Daniel does call. Turns as Jack. Jack 4, deuce 7. Here we go. Reggie Times says, unreal how you citizens are still locking down. They are definitely not locking down. Right hand side, big bet. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Dan Negreanu, this could be it. This could be a massive pot. Dan Negreanu, if he's got a jack, he's going nowhere. He does call. Rivers a 4. Backdoor diamonds get there. 9, 10 of diamonds. Makes the backdoor diamond. Doug Polk attempts to back up the truck. 42,000 in the middle. Pot size bet left. Lock in. Is Doug going to shove it in here? Pocket kings, pocket aces. Certainly a possibility. Ace, queen of diamonds. All in. Call. It was it for Dan Negreanu. He makes the backdoor flush with the queen, 8 of diamonds. Pocket kings for Doug Polk. And Dan Negreanu wins a massive pot. How big was that pot? $120,000 for Daniel Negreanu, as in his decision to stick around indeed pays off for him. Ay, papi, pocket kings. I'm still ready. I was ready in the beginning. Did you guys see this Phil Galfond tweet? I forgot to show us earlier. Phil Galfond was on the commentary last match, and he said, for those who missed it, I told Joey Ingram 1 I'd play anyone in the world. I'd play anyone at 200, 400 PLO if they get to Nevada and New Jersey to play me on WorldSeriesPoker.com. Admittedly, there are a couple of guys I hope and think won't take me up on this, but I am a man of my word. So basically, Phil Galfond says he'll play anyone in the world if they can come to Nevada, New Jersey. I mean, that's a strong, that's like putting down. That is a very strong move by Phil Galfond. Anyone in the world, if you can make it to Nevada, New Jersey, Phil Galfond will play you at 200, 400 heads up PLO. So there you go, man. It's been a great time, man. Jack 6 deuce on the right hand side, 3-bet pot. Might be an action killer on the turn. Turns the jack. Jack 6 deuce. Shout to AMC. Here we go, guys. 18.7K in the middle. Dane Negreanu is going to check it. Doug Polk bets 1/3. Gonna be betting with his air, betting with his trip jacks. Let's see if Daniel has a hand to continue with. Maybe a jack himself, maybe an overpair, maybe pocket 8s, pocket 9s, 6, 7. Pot is building. Daniel does check call. River's a queen. Would Doug Polk bluff this river? I don't know. Here we go. Checks over to Doug. Doug trying to get up for the match today. He's got a pot size bet left. He's got a jack. I expect him to shove it in. Back up that Supreme truck. Supreme leader. Here we go. Doug's in the tank. Checks it back. King, queen. Aye, aye, aye. What a river for Doug. Doug Rivers, the queen. Aye, aye, aye. Dan Negreanu, 6-8 offsuit. Little out of line, Poppy. 4-bet left-hand side. Here we go. $100,000 deep. $100,000 deep. Lock in. Here we go. Smoke bills up. GTO headquarters. We're waiting for the biggest pot of the session. Over $200,000. Might come here. Here we go. 5-bet. Here we go. 5-bet. Earn. We have not seen a 5-bet yet. And it takes it down. A 5-bet by Dan Negreanu. 4-bet alert left-hand side. Very deep. I better send the tweet before it gets stale. Here we go. He does call. Aye. Here we go, guys. $100,000 deep. King Jack 10. Leon Wilson says hashtag Beefy Sausage. Check on the left. Here we go. All right, guys, we're going to go with it. Beefy Sausage Wrangler, Dan Negreanu. All right, we went with it. We just tweeted it out. It's live. Left-hand side, lock in. 4-bet pre-flop. All right, boy, I need you guys to get me, though, okay? I'm going to give you the tweet right now. I need you guys to go comment and say, here you go, guys. I need you guys to go comment on the tweet and say, this tweet is dog shit or you guys love it. You guys let me know. Left-hand side, Daniel leads the turn. Doug calls, 47,000 in the middle. Here we go, the Beefy Sausage Wrangler, Dan Negreanu. Trying to extend his lead for the match. Is he going to go all in? Does he have King Jack? Does he have Pocket Jacks? We don't know. We're going to find out. 47,000 in the middle. 4-bet pre-flop. Check, flop. Big pot. All in! 83,000! Dan Negreanu puts the sausage in motion. $83,000 shove. The boys are $130,000 deep on that left-hand table. And Dan Negreanu putting the pedal to the metal. If you're just tuning in, Doug Polk was up about $210,000. The third hour hit. We thought the man was going to take a sit out. We thought, okay, Dan Negreanu was going to give up, come back again. He's decided to stick around. And now he's battled back, taken the lead. And did not see this one coming at all out here, my friends. So Dan Negreanu trying to make this a close match. He's going to need to win today to have any sort of hope of staying alive. But right now, we currently have Doug Polk down about $30,000. So Doug Polk went from a $210,000 winner to $30,000 left-hand side. 10-9 for Daniel. Takes it down left-hand side. Pot size bet for Daniel. So here we go. Pot size bet, ace 10-3. Turn 4. Daniel bets 12K. Doug does call. River's an 8. Daniel might go with a very big bet here. Queen Jack misses. King Queen misses. The clubs miss as well. 200,000 on the right-hand side for Daniel. Laying down the Supreme Sausage on Doug Polk right now. Pots it. Calls. Oh, 8-4 versus ace-8. Backdoor 2-pair. No good. Dan Negreanu thought he was riding high. Thought he was making the value bet of a lifetime. Hoping to get called by a worse ace. Unfortunately for him, both players make 2-pair on the river. And a $110,000 pot is going to go Doug Polk's way. The Supreme Leader, you know he's feeling good. Gets a little one back himself. Dan Negreanu sits out right after that. And just like that, it looks like our match is going to end for the day. Aye. What a hand right there for Doug Polk. Dan Negreanu was going for a huge session. He sits out.